for joining me and welcome to Inspired by Faith. My name is Shauna and this is my little gathering space of where we all come to talk about the word and the many things of God that have inspired us. Now I know I haven't posted in a bit because I've been so busy lately and I am happy to be back. If this is your first time joining me, I want to welcome you, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and tuning in. Please go ahead and take the time out to like this video and message me in the comments section below. Also, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell below so that you can stay tuned for more. Okay, so on with this video. Now, I'm not sure, but how many of you have ever done a DNA test before? But I did mine about a year ago, and I got some interesting results, and I've been posting about it, talking about it, because I just am so intrigued with the history of me, of us. First, let me back up. I guess I can say that I'm a statistic. I just like a lot of you out there may be. I was a child that grew up without the knowledge of my biological father. Didn't know who he was. According to a poll conducted in 1999 by the National Center of Fathering, 57.6% of black children are living absent their biological fathers. Now, of course, 1999 was quite a while ago, and I'm sure the numbers are much higher today. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure they are. Anyway, that's another story. I say this to bring up the point that because I was one of those children, I always wondered who I was. I only knew of my mother's side and completely nothing of my father's side. I mean, I didn't even know who he was. So I was always wondering, always asking questions, wanting answers, searching. I just want to know. Most people want to know their background, right? They want to know who they are, what shapes them, how something or some interesting traits are inherited and passed down or even skipped from one person to another. And when you have an absent father, one whole half of the equation is missing. A piece of you is missing. Now, of course, you go on with your life, but for the most part, in the back of your mind, the thought of that other half still lingers. I mean, at least it did for mine. I had so many questions. So fast forward to today. I actually know who my biological father is, but now that's not even enough anymore, because I wanted to know a more historic background of what really shapes me, what shapes us, because to be honest, we all know what was taught in high school and school, elementary, all the way up about African American history was far from the truth. Our truth was severely watered down, and our history was worded precisely and carefully to keep the real truth hidden from us, keeping us from knowing who we really are. And I'm a big advocate on that. Anyway, in steps my introduction to my history, Ancestry.com. I played around with the idea of doing a DNA test and finally did one. So I got my results and found out I had Cameroon, Congo, Southern Bantu people, about 37%, 36% Benin, Togo, 7% Ivory Coast and Ghana, 3% Mali, and of course 7% England, Wales, and Northern Europe, 4% Scotland and Ireland DNA, and of course other small traces of different ethnicities. Well, being honest with you, we all know where the white DNA came from, but I wasn't even interested in that. I was more interested in my African DNA. This led me down a road that I am still traveling today, but it's very interesting to say the least. So, since I've been out of school on a break, my face has been in every piece of literature I can get my hands on, every video that I can find, telling me of the peoples in my DNA. And of course, it led me back to my Bible, the Word. And when I say I went back, I went way back. I mean, I went all the way back to Deuteronomy 28. And those of you who have read it, you know where I'm going with this. If you haven't read it, you should read it. I'm still on the fence on what I have learned about it, but I'm seeing myself quickly coming off of it based on what the word states. I mean, I can completely identify with what it states, and it states it clearly. I mean, clearly foretold what would happen to the Israelites if they did not obey God and the covenant that took place between God and Abraham. So do me a favor and take a moment and read it, and then think about it, and then give me your take on it. Till next time, grace and peace.